What's up and welcome to Around with the Boys podcast. On this show, we talk about life, sports, business, and all the cool shit in between. I'm your host, James Rackley, and along with me as always is my co-host,
Johnny Dunleavy.
Mr. Johnny Dunleavy. So sit back, relax, crack you a cold one, and enjoy the show.
Let's enjoy it. It's another Friday,
Hell
ladies
yeah.
and gentlemen.
Thank God.
Welcome back to Around with the Boys podcast. It is episode 52. It is Friday, November 19th. Friday vibes again.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful fall day here. As always, be sure to subscribe to the podcast on whatever platform you may use. Give us a review. I mean, for crying out loud, 5 stars.
Yeah.
100%.
Help us out.
Follow us on the socials at Around W the Boys. Live again, as always, on YouTube and twitch.tv/Around W the Boys.
Mm-hmm.
Call us if you want to be part of the show. 910-726-3900, extension 100. We can take your call live on air and talk about whatever you want to talk about, I guess.
Yeah, man, if you got a little something to say about whatever we're discussing, and especially in the sports section, you want to comment.
Yeah, you got some picks.
You got some picks, or you just want to argue about some shit, give us a shout. And also, don't forget, if you're listening to this podcast in your car now and it's not November 19th, you can always call and leave us a voicemail about your opinion on one of the topics we talk about.
For
and
sure.
We'll play it on air next episode.
Yeah. Again, that number is 910-726-3900. If you want to leave a voicemail, hit extension 0, and you can.
There you go.
How you doing, Jimmy? How's your week?
Man, it's been a stressful week. I am not going to lie to anybody out there. I usually say it's good and all that. No, it was stressful. So I'm stoked to be here with the Rounders.
Yeah.
And, blow some steam, drink some beers, and talk some bullshit, to be honest.
Facts, dude.
There we go.
Yeah. All right, so this week we're going to recap my personal best day of fishing I've ever had with the captain. Talk about the space war that I assume has been, I wouldn't say started, but, listen, Russia's out there flexing. We'll talk about it.
Yep.
Also, Scorsese announced a new film that he's directing that I think is going to be great. As always, we're going to finish it off with some sports and what to look forward to this weekend. First, real quick, shout out to the chat. Grasshopper Studios lives in Australia.
What's up, man?
So welcome.
Or lady or whoever.
Yeah, live from Australia. So it's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
To start it off, so this week on Wednesday, right, I get back into work. My colleague's taking off next week for Thanksgiving, so I said, well, I'm taking a week this week. Wednesday, the weather was perfect, and we hit up Captain Denny, who a lot of you know, he's always in the chat, and he took me fishing Wednesday. Dude, it was fucking epic. I can't tell you.
How many fish did you catch total?
We
and this is, all right, so for those of you out there, this is inshore fishing.
Inshore fishing, so we're fishing down in the mouth of the Cape Fear River, where it meets the ocean, right? Southport and whatever. Locals around here call it the Bays.
Mm-hmm.
There's no markers, there's no nothing. You're not just gonna come here and put your boat in down in Fort Fisher and just do it. It doesn't happen. You got to know somebody.
Yeah.
But yeah, we caught 31 fish total.
That's awesome.
Obviously a bunch more than that were shit fish and whatnot, but solid. Yeah, and we hit the old super grand slam, I think is what it is. So we caught a red drum, black drum, flounder, trout, and a sheep's head.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
So y'all you kept some, right? You cooked on the.
I did. Yeah. So I kept. We had 3 black drum and the trout in the live well, and we're like, all right. At the end, Denny didn't want any fish. I don't want a lot of fish like that. You know what I mean? I just wanted enough for that night.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So he said, okay, we'll definitely keep the trout, and then we'll keep the biggest black drum.
Yeah.
And we're at the last spot of the day. He's like, all right, we're out here in 5 minutes. As soon as he says that, my rod goes off.
Mm-hmm.
I pull it, and it's a beautiful sheep's head. And for those of you that don't know, sheep's head is really, really good. Really good.
It looked delicious.
And I guess Denny was like, dude, holy shit, that's a sheep's head. I don't know, obviously, this shit, but he was like, damn, I didn't think we were going to catch one of those out here, right? And come to find out, they usually chill at the pilings and whatnot. We were near no docks. We were just
really
we were in the river. when he takes us to a spot like in the river. I mean, you are fucking there,
yeah.
right? It just happened to be like a little point. Yeah, that's where we were. It was pretty crazy. But
Damn,
dude, it was so fucking
well,
good.
I mean, that's a good day. So 31 fish between two guys. I mean,
yeah,
you're doing it. You're never like bored.
yeah, and I got like a little experience of like what he goes through.
Yeah,
Right, because we're at a spot and we have 4 rods out, and there was a little time, about 15 minutes, where every rod, like, boom, I'd reel in the fish, he'd net it. He goes, grab that one now, and one to the left is going off. I'd finish that. The other one's going off. I was like, dude, this is like kind of stressful. And he was like, yeah, dude, think about being out here with just me, 3 people who sometimes have never fished before, right?
Yeah.
He's like, at least you know what you're doing.
yeah,
You know, like, you know where to put things I can without saying it. He's like, yeah. He's like, so sometimes when the fishing's really good, it could be really bad for me because,
yeah.
you know, I mean, all that shit's expensive.
Well, hey, but on those days you get better tips.
Yeah.
'Cause you're-
Oh, dude, I told him too. I
I
said,
mean,
listen,
you're busting your ass and like running all over the place. I mean,
I was like, I don't know, you know, obviously, because him and like Trey and him and Taylor, they've had days where like they've caught like 70, 80 fish.
yeah,
They're just out there just nonstop. I was like, I've never experienced that, but this was a hell of a time for me. And if I was a paying patron, I would be fucking jacked.
dude. But that's the thing. That's the crazy thing about the fishing, like that business. You know, like yeah, he's a good captain, but
Mhm.
there's gonna be days that it's not a good day for fishing.
Yeah.
And you got clients out there, and you got to make some shit happen.
Yeah, you got to make it happen.
And you're like, dude, just please, you want them to go to that one time that it's great because I mean, you get a customer for life.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And dude, honestly, all you rounders out there, hit up Denny, Captain Caught Up Inshore Charters.
yeah, man. If
Listen,
you're in
because
town-
he is a good time. He's knowledgeable, and dude, you break your line, he ties it back in about 2 seconds flat, and you have
Yeah.
bait back on the line, and you're back in the water all under 30 seconds. I bet we could time that for real.
It like really is impressive. Like I broke mine off twice. I was like, I got it. He's like, just give it to me.
Yep.
I get the other one, and he
it's
does
over.
it in like
Yeah.
it's
So
pretty.
what I'm
wild.
saying is, you get what you pay for, and if you've been paying attention, for those of you still playing the Pick'em League,
Mhm.
that is the grand prize.
That is the grand prize.
So
Yeah,
you know, we're not bullshitting. We actually get on it.
and it's starting to get a tight race. Webb didn't make his pick last night,
Uh-oh.
and everyone took the Patriots, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's getting tight. So he's only 3 points ahead right now.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that later.
But cool.
But,
I'm glad y'all
dude,
had a good time.
It was so good, and the weather 72 and sunny, no wind.
Yeah.
Ooh, baby.
Couldn't beat that. Couldn't beat that.
Cannot beat that. Shout out you, Denny. You're the man. Okay. So, if you don't know, this past week,
What's the Australian saying, real quick?
he said, sorry, he or she, grasshopper, young grasshopper studios.
Yeah.
They want to know, how long did it take to make adults?
Oh man. So I shot that, and we shot it in 4 days, 4.5 days. I wrote it in 3 months, and the editing is what took the longest, to be honest, because of personnel issues. Because I'm not an editor, but I know a lot about it now. But anyway,
Yeah.
that's how long that took.
And they also said you should add it on IMDb.
Yeah, I should. I'll be honest, but I'm glad you watched it. I mean, to be real
Yeah, I
with
mean,
you.
that's
I need
awesome.
it, but I mean, dude.
It's a he.
Oh, what's up, man? But yeah, glad you watched it, bro.
Cool.
For real.
All right, so this past week, if you saw in the news, we had some people up on the International Space Station,
Yeah.
who were just chilling up there doing their jobs, and then all of a sudden were told to seek shelter immediately and take cover. You don't expect that when you're in space.
No.
Like, what are you taking cover from? So here's what happened. Now, I copy and pasted this shit, so I'm gonna read it, right? So whatever. Early on November 15th, astronauts aboard the International Space Station received an unexpected directive: seek shelter in your docked spacecraft in case of a catastrophic collision. The station was about to pass through a freshly created cloud of orbital debris that posed a significant risk to the 7 space travelers on board. 4 NASA astronauts, who had arrived just last week, retreated to their SpaceX Dragon capsule, while Russia's 2 cosmonauts and another NASA astronaut took cover in their Soyuz spacecraft. They stayed inside these orbital lifeboats for about 2 hours, then repeated the exercise roughly 90 minutes later as the station again passed through the new debris cloud. Which is crazy. That's how fast
Yeah.
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 NASA has since canceled a handful of planned activities warning that the schedule would be in flux for the time being. So,
Yep.
here's what happened. That cloud of debris was produced when Russia tested an anti-satellite, ASAT, weapon and intentionally destroyed one of its own defunct satellites. The impact left behind roughly 1,500 pieces of debris traveling through space at 17,500 miles an hour. That's a problem.
A big one.
It also poses a new risk to ISS crews and other satellites in low Earth orbit, LEO, which I always thought was law enforcement agency.
So did they say anything in that article about is the debris gonna burn up eventually, or what's the deal?
Yep. So the Defense Ministry has since released a statement confirming the test but denying any risk to the space station.
Okay.
The U.S. knows for certain that the resulting fragments, in terms of test time and orbital parameters, did not and will not pose a threat to orbital stations, spacecraft, and space activities. Yes, the debris will burn if it hits whatever. So.
Yeah. Okay, I get all that. Now, what do you say real quick?
He's talking about the spacecraft?
Oh, okay. But listen, so how big of a problem that is, how dangerous that is. So we had 7 of our own astronauts up there.
Well, there's five of our own.
Yeah.
Astronauts.
Okay, 5. But the point being, dude, look at how many commercial air. All right, the New Frontier Star Trek. That's the first step.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just cut to the chase here, dude.
Right.
That's the next step.
Uh-huh.
And and you know this, I've always said Russia, China, all them people are going to be putting up missiles with their satellites. Not saying we haven't, but that's going to be their main priority.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying? Because they can buy our services. I mean, for them, it's all right, you fight a big bully or you fight somebody you think is bigger than you,
Mm-hmm.
right? What do you go for? The vitals.
Yeah, the jugular.
The eyes. The balls. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was always the thing. My dad always said that.
Yeah, but
because I don't care. This isn't a boxing match. This is a fight.
Exactly, and it's the same thing. And there's no rules in war.
Right.
Yeah, especially if your goal is world domination, you really don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So that's my thing. That one thing. Say it hit something. What if it actually hit our space station? What if it hit some of our comm satellites? Some of our, anything.
Well, and that's the International Space Station. So they had 2 Russian astronauts on the space station at the same time.
Yeah, but
cosmonauts, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, but see,
I know that. Yeah,
Russia doesn't give a shit.
No, they don't care.
Putin doesn't care.
Yeah,
but my point is them to go ahead and do that. That's the first time that's really went down.
Yeah, so it's happened twice before, but in pre-planned, approved missions.
These guys just said,
China did it and we did it.
Yeah, but I'm saying these guys just popped off.
Yeah, they just popped off.
So I'm not asking.
No one knew.
No permission.
No one knew. And they're like, oh, we were just getting rid of one of our satellites that doesn't work anymore. You tested new technologies.
But bro, here's my thing. So many things wrong could have fucking happened.
Oh my God, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It could have killed our astronauts.
Yeah.
Or all those astronauts. It could have, like I said, knocked out satellites. It could have done anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's just for them to go ahead and do that is the most. And the whole Space Force thing, everybody thought it was a joke, but dude, that is the next step.
Yeah, it's not that funny.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's the next step.
Yeah, because they can be and I'm sure we can too. Certainly we can. We have that technology. But the fact that you can just go bink and take out a range of satellites. Mm-hmm. Now there goes all your cell phones. There goes. Yeah. I mean, all this shit is gone.
And that's what everybody.
People don't understand that satellites run the show.
Yeah, and for real, and everybody shout out to everybody that I've ever talked to argued about this though. They're like, dude, we're I know America's top dog, this, that, and the other, but guess what? You know what they still teach you in basic training? How to read a map, how to survive in the wilderness, how to do all that stuff. Why? Because Einstein even said, he said World War III will be fought with nukes, World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. Because during that World War III, everything gets knocked out and you go back to the Stone Age. And Einstein said
the cycle of human.
Because you do that and you blow yourself back to oblivion. That's what I'm just saying. I mean, it's a deep. I mean, yeah, people can argue and do what you want. This is just how I feel. So feel free to leave a voicemail or call in about it right now if you'd like.
Dude, for real.
But anyway, I'm just saying that's dangerous. That's fucking not cool, man.
Yeah, and how shitty is that? Like, you're just sitting up there, like, yeah,
Bro, you're floating in space.
I'm
like,
running my fucking data test, and all of a sudden
Yeah.
it's seek shelter. Seek shelter, bitch. I'm in space.
Yeah, dude.
I'm in the best shelter that can be.
Seek what?
Nothing can hit me. No
Something's
hurricanes.
going. How fast?
No wars.
How fast was it going? The
debris was traveling at 17,500 miles an hour.
Yeah, you can seek shelter all damn day, dude.
Doesn't matter.
It's
They hit
coming
you,
right
and
through
like you have no. You're not. You can't like. Hey, hook up the tow straps. Let's tow the fucking ISS out the way. Like, it's not gonna happen.
Nah, bro. No.
Fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah, so I just thought, like, man, that's intense. And I don't want to say it's like an omen, but I'm gonna say it's an omen, like, for the future.
Yeah. I surely hope not. I mean, like, dude.
I'm just saying, like, you
But if
can't...
you figure everything, and then so now not only all the communications basically are satellite driven,
Yeah.
but also they're talking about all these meteors and shit
Mm-hmm.
that are worth 10 times the world's economy or GDP, you know, like all these precious minerals in these
Yeah.
meteors and asteroids or whatever.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers gonna find a net. They're gonna get up there and try to catch these bitches. I'm serious.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the whole the geopolitical thing now. Like, those precious minerals are like the most sought after thing.
Of course.
Like, for
What I'm saying is, it's another reason
yeah.
for people, for countries.
Oh, dude,
I'm not saying certain
Star
countries,
Trek
but we know.
Star Trek wasn't wrong when it said the final frontier. Like, right?
Yeah.
We've done a lot here, but like the next is there. And you know what I mean? And you know what we're gonna find when we get out there? Somebody way smarter than us.
Yep.
And that's gonna be scary as shit. What's the Australian saying?
He said, "Imagine Robert Downey Jr. going to space." Wasn't he in that movie?
Which movie?
I don't know.
Oh, like going to space and saving the world? Yeah, that'd be fucking sick.
Would be really sick.
I wish he could. I wish he could save it all, but
Zach said asteroid mining is definitely the future.
Dude, facts. Now, dude, you remember? Because I like 3 months ago, I think Armageddon was on TV. Do you remember that movie?
Yeah, I remember that movie.
Like watching that.
Yeah.
'Cause we were kids like when that came out.
We were kids when that came out, but
Zach. But speaking of you saying that always when I was a kid, I was like, dude, what if you can go up there and like get some like good.
Good
rocks.
gold?
Yeah, or whatever.
Good rocks.
Like space gold. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
as
well,
a kid,
and
I was
that's-
just like, man.
right. Come to find out, that's.
But it's crazy how this all ties into like, and I think, but like I said, back to the SpaceX stuff. We had William Shatner up there, a week and a half ago, and my man.
Oh yeah, we talked about
and
that.
Putin's up there just shooting shit down. Like, I'm just saying, like, dude, hey, chill out, Putin.
Yeah,
Chill out, bro.
I'm sure that'll
Dude.
go over well.
Yeah, no,
Pillen, will you, dude? Like, can you just take a fucking chill pill, dude?
Yeah, dude. Take a shot of vodka and chill the fuck out.
Nah, that might make him crazier.
I don't know.
He needs to do something.
Yeah.
Smoke a joint, something.
There you go.
Calm down, because like firing off fucking missiles.
Like, chill
Just
out.
Tell somebody, man, for God's sakes.
Yeah. So
Whatever.
anyway, that's just a weird thing, something to look at, something to think about.
Yeah, it was just something. And of course, like, whatever. No one's gonna talk about it, but
Yeah,
it's fine. I like saw it one day in the news, and that was that. Like, no big deal. Kind of a big deal.
yeah. So anyway, but
Whatever.
now on to that movie you were speaking so highly of.
Yeah, dude. So yesterday I see a tweet that says Martin Scorsese's new film. It's a musical biopic about the Grateful Dead. Yeah, musical biopic about the Grateful Dead. He's doing it through Apple Studios, and cast as the legendary frontman Jerry Garcia
Mm-hmm.
is a young friend of his named Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill, I think, is one of the most underrated actors of all time. Personally, I was talking to my brother James about this. Not about this movie. We were talking about Jonah Hill because, actually, this is a fucking hilarious story. Earlier, what was it, Tuesday maybe? I forget. Or maybe it was Monday. I don't know. What the fuck ever. I met James at 7 Mile for a beer. His buddy Zach Ulo was in town, so we meet there. But earlier that day, I was driving. I was actually bringing JD's stuff back to his house, stuff like that. And I saw two young kids walking down the road, down Mason Loop Road, and they looked like young Superbad kids. And like one had a big afro, he was like a fat kid with big afro, and the other one was like the skinny kid, and they like had a flannel on, and they're just vibing down Masonboro Loop Road. And I was like, "Fuck, dude! Like, look, that's like young Superbad kids." I thought it was hilarious. And so I told my brother that night, and we get to talking about Jonah Hill and how like crazy, basically like good he is. He's so versatile.
Dude, he is. What I'll say about that guy, he's one of those guys that has gotten progressively better as an act. Like he didn't just.
Yeah.
It's not just one character. Like he really embarked and wanted to be that character actor, and he did it. Like if you watch the movie, if you watch War Dogs,
yeah,
and like that's a great. I mean, that Moneyball. I mean, dude, he's done a variety.
That's
of
what
things.
it was. James had watched Moneyball twice in the last week, and that's how we got talking about it.
And Wolf of Wall Street, he did great in that.
So this is the first time that him and Scorsese have worked together since Wolf of Wall Street. Pretty cool. But it's being developed at Apple, where Scorsese right now is working on his next film called Killers of the Flower Moon. So I don't know if you've seen a thing on this, but basically it's a Western crime drama starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Robert De Niro, and Jesse Plemons. So it's like a okay lineup, I guess.
Dude, so to be real, like, since we're talking about movies, shout out to the Australian talking about I was in Iron Man 3. I appreciate that. But I always wanted to be in a Western.
How bad?
So bad, man. Because, like, you know me, man. I kind of like my alter ego is Jimmy. I kind of feel like a cowboy sometimes when I get loose.
Right.
Because I am. Yeah. But, like, it's just, I always wanted to do that. Because, obviously, I watched every damn Western movie growing up. Pretty much, I've seen anything from 1980 back, I've seen. Yeah. Because my dad growing up.
It's pretty ridiculous.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But your dad also has a huge John Wayne fucking thing in his bar.
Well, yeah. I mean, but that's what he grew up on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I saw
Let me ask you
all
a question.
Yeah.
If you were truly a cowboy from back then, what would your horse name be? What would you call your horse?
Oh, dude, I'm sorry. I honestly can't answer that because I'd have to meet the horse. It's like naming a dog you don't meet. Like,
yeah, but a lot of people have like their dog name before. I didn't. Reese was not named when I got her.
And you didn't name Sonny? Like,
I didn't name.
I'll put it this way: it'd be a good name. It would. You
Oh,
know what I'm
okay.
saying? But think about it: if I'm gonna own a horse, I'm gonna ride around with a revolver on my hip. Like, I'm gonna have a badass horse name.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't. I'll put it this way: when I say good, I wouldn't ride it out of the stable until that damn thing was branded on the saddle, and it was like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Nah.
Yeah. I don't care. I don't care what color it would be, but if it was a black or white or brown or red, it would just be whatever color it was. Lightning, white lightning, black lightning, blue lightning, red lightning. It could be brown lightning. I don't care.
Oh, dude, white lightning's moonshine.
Okay, well, maybe I'm
just
transporting moonshine on that horse.
Maybe you are. Hell, I'd have been. Think about being a criminal back in the day.
It would be
fucking the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah, literally, people like.
But here's the difference: back then, you'll get your ass killed, like, because the good guys are like they're gonna kill you.
Oh yeah.
In return, like you got to be ready to go all out.
And
but
like, oh, if I get caught, I'm gonna go to jail for the rest of my life. Nah, bitch, you're gonna get hung.
You're gonna get hung
in time, in the middle of the town.
Yeah, and everybody's gonna just throw shit at you. Like, it'd be easier to like a certain extent. Like I think like bank robberies, like when or like.
Yeah, what was that dude's name? Jesse James or whatever?
Dude, there was all kinds
of
them,
man. It's like, oh, can't catch him. Yeah, no shit. You ain't got no cameras. You got no recordings.
Dude, and they just haul ass and they're out in the wilderness. Where, I mean, good luck.
Like, oh, he's jumping trains. Okay, well, newsflash, people. That's how things got around back in the day.
Yeah, dude.
Was a lot of trains.
Yeah, it's just crazy, man. Like, how different. Because there's always going to be crime. And this is something I think about, actually. A little tangent here. Like, think about crime in the future. How hard... Think about you commit a murder right now. Most likely you're getting caught.
All right, so real quick while we're on this, Young Dolph, rest in peace.
Young Dolph, man.
Young Dolph is a rapper from Memphis who got shot and killed at his favorite cookie store in town in the middle of broad daylight.
Mm-hmm.
This is how wild technology is. By that evening, I'm on TikTok, and people already have the security photo still shots of the shooters online.
They didn't wear a mask or anything?
Oh, no, they were masked up. And one was in, this is wild, too. So him and Soulja Boy got beef. All right, Soulja Boy, tell him.
Yeah, I know who Soulja Boy.
Fucking hate Soulja Boy. Self-made, though, so I'll give him that.
Yeah.
But anyway, they had beef, and like Soulja Boy posted a photo, and the outfit he's wearing is the exact outfit of one of the shooters. like down to the color of the hat with the logo on it. And like,
Are you serious?
oh yeah, people really think Soldier Boy did it.
Think Soldier Boy?
As of last night. Now look,
No, because didn't Young
no,
Dolph...
we're gonna sit here and talk about rap beef and murders and shit. But
Yeah, but I'm just asking, didn't Young Dolph get shot before? I thought he like lived through one shooting.
yeah, fuck if I know, dude. I mean, probably
Well, I'm just saying. But anyway, yeah, that sucked.
sucked. But what I was bringing that up was technology
Yeah,
and how tough it would be to, like you said, commit crimes.
yeah, but people still do it every day, and this
Crazy.
is what I'm saying. In the future, they're still going to do it. So it's like, it's just, to me, it's amazing that tug of war, of like the good guys, bad guys. It goes on forever, but it just changes and
Yeah.
flows. Like, because like I heard like the mafia. Like I had a customer come in the furniture store and was saying like, dude, the mob, they're all in like what's it called? Like medical, like Medicare, like doctors, like insurance. Okay, they're embedded in that kind of stuff now.
Oh yeah, because it's all white collar.
Yeah.
And it just gets washed through the system.
Yeah, dude. So they're all embedded in that kind of
Yeah,
shit.
they're not
So
robbing 18-wheelers anymore.
But there's still the mob. There's still like, the Don, the organizations are still there. Are they as strong as they were? No. But do they exist still? Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. It's just an interesting thing to think about.
No, I mean I totally agree. But
Yeah.
movies
Mhm.
is what we were talking about. So the Grateful Dead. If you don't know who the Grateful Dead are, like, then sorry, I guess.
Yeah.
But him to be Jonah Hill to play Jerry Garcia, I think is going to be. This might be his
Oscar?
His Oscar.
I don't doubt it, because my thing is I know the dude's going to study his ass off.
Oh yeah.
I mean, because he wants to be on that DiCaprio level. Just go back to what I'm saying. His drive to be great is totally there.
Totally there.
And that's what, and I support the hell out of that. Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
And like that's what my brother James was saying, right? About with Moneyball too.
Mhm.
He's like, dude, in all honesty, we all know Brad Pitt is a fucking legend.
Yeah.
Great actor. But Jonah Hill, they made each other so much better in Moneyball.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, dude, it's just wild to think like he does like, Wolf of Wall Street. That's kind of a serious role, right? Superbad, yeah, fucking hilarious. Dude killed it. So funny. But like on and on, it seems like most every movie he's touched. And like I'm glad he's branched off. And he's not like like a lot of guys will get like in the same group.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, you mean like group of actors together?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like he's not doing, he's not doing it like with Seth Rogen, right? Like Seth Rogen to me,
yeah.
he's like, yeah, he's a great actor, but I just don't fucking like him. And like Jonah, they used to be all part of the same thing.
Yeah.
And now Jonah Hill is like, nah, I'm going with Scorsese.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, he wants to be one of the great actors of all time, and
yeah,
and I respect that, man. And honestly, I enjoy his work.
I really do too. I'm anxious to see that Western as well,
dude, because there hadn't been a good Western like in a while. So I'm definitely.
What was the last good Western?
I mean, dude, like 310 to Yuma. I mean, that was when I was a kid. I mean, I don't chat if you can help me out at all.
Like No Country for Old Men. Is that kind of like a
dude? No Country for that's not a Western. That's like a modern. Zach, what would you call that, man? It's like a drama, like a crime drama, I guess, like a crime drama thriller almost. But dude, that is if you haven't seen No Country for Old Men, that's worth watching, because it's kind of philosophical and makes you think, but it's also like this crazy ass dude just killing people in a weird way by flipping a coin, and then, dude, you gotta just watch it. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah, Zach said there haven't been any legit Westerns besides remakes.
Yeah, that's why I was saying 310 to Yuma is probably the one, and that was when we were young. Can you give me a beer, Johnny?
Yeah, our friend in Australia wants to know, did you work with Ashley Hamilton in Iron Man 3?
Negative. I did not.
Sorry, this is easier access.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Like a lot of times, so when I filmed in Iron Man 3, we filmed at this video game. I forget the name of the company, but it was a place that makes video games in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Epic Games.
Was it Epic? I thought it was I didn't think it was Epic. It was a different name. But anyway, we were filming upstairs and downstairs. I was upstairs filming something, and they were filming some crazy scene where they had the wires up and they were doing the dangle shit.
Yeah.
Like downstairs. So the director was going up and down like that. But
so 2 full movie sets?
Yep.
Oh shit.
Or I mean, yeah, because it's in the building.
Yeah.
And they just had my man just running up and down.
And doing scenes at the same time.
Yeah.
Multitasking.
I met Don Cheadle though. If that means anything to you.
Don Cheadle.
Yep.
He is a frequent.
I've also met
frequent
Meg
visitor.
Ryan, and I met, rest in peace,
Meg Ryan.
Yeah, she was my boss for a day.
I forgot you met Meg Ryan.
Yeah, dude.
You've got mail, bitch.
Yeah, I did. I got a check in the mail. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. Not that big of one, but yes, I met her. She was actually really nice. And yeah, Michael, who just passed
Michael
away.
K. Williams. Rest in
Yeah,
peace.
I met him. He was cool as hell, by the way.
Who else?
Anyway,
Childish Gambino.
Yeah,
Donald Glover.
Yeah, I played ping pong with Donald Glover. Actually all those guys in Atlanta. I mean, hell, who else? I mean, I don't know.
Danny McBride, the K-Swiss commercial.
Yeah, I was in a commercial with him, auditioned in front of him, got his autograph.
No,
I don't even know if I still have
I
it.
think I saw him in Vito's that night. That shit was so fun.
Yeah. There's probably some others. I mean, it doesn't matter. We'll keep going.
We'll keep it rolling.
Yep.
He asked about Shane Black and Guy Pearce.
Yeah, Shane Black was he was cool, man. He was honestly, I mean, he was to the point because he was working. Like I said, he was running up and down. But
Oh, that's the director.
yeah.
Oh, sick. All right, we're gonna move on to sports. We have a good amount of shit here.
Shane.
Huh?
Keep going. Yeah. In the news.
Um,
In the news.
All right. So last night in the MLB, the AL and NL MVPs were given out. I'm gonna start off with the AL MVP. Well, I think it's like the coolest story in baseball. The Japanese superstar, badass Shohei Ohtani was the fifth unanimous MVP since 2000, joining Mike Trout, Albert Pujols, Barry Bonds, and Bryce Harper, who was a unanimous MVP in 2015. Listen to this shit. He had 46 home runs. He made 23 starts on the mound. All right. Offensively, he had a 965 OPS, which is the second highest in the AL. He had 8 triples, tied for the major league lead. He stole 26 bases, 7th in the league. The 6th player in history with at least 45 home runs and 25 stolen bases in the same season. Joining a decorated list of names that includes Alfonso Soriano, Chipper Jones, Jose Canseco, Larry Walker, and Barry Bonds. Except none of those pitched.
Yeah.
On the mound, he pitched for 130 and a third innings. He had a 3.18 ERA, 156 strikeouts, 44 walks. Among those with at least 120 innings in 2021, he ranked within the top 14% in strikeout percentage, the top 19% in opponent slugging percentage, and top 16% in expected fielding independent pitching, which means hitting into ground balls.
Yeah.
All told, Ohtani was worth 9.1 Baseball Reference wins above replacement, far more than anybody else in the sport.
Damn, a little more light. I mean, it's incredible that he pitches on top of that. And that's one thing I've always liked. That's why we made that argument about I like the National League better, is because they pitch or they hit and pitch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can't throw pitches all damn day. You know, you'll tear your arm up.
Yeah.
So why not just take a couple cuts while you're at it? But this guy to me is the embodiment of baseball. You know what I'm saying?
He really is. He's the coolest story.
Because to me, the coolest stat for me was the stolen bases.
Yeah, so I didn't even know that.
I mean, you're 7th in the league.
It's yeah.
That's my thing. So you do all this. You can pitch, you can hit, you can play ball, play outfield, and all that, and you're fast. Dude, you literally have it all. I mean, so I don't know what they're paying that guy. I'm sure it's a pretty penny, but damn, I'd pay big bucks to have an all-around ball player.
Dude,
you get what I'm saying?
Not only that, he had 8 triples, so he was tied for the major league lead.
Yeah, I mean, that's just incredible.
In triples. He's a massive man. The videos of him doing it in Japan, even cooler.
Bro, you can't. That
Even
dude's
cooler.
probably a god over there, dude.
Oh, dude. I mean,
bigger than.
And you know what's so cool is that they're so appreciated. Asian superstars are so appreciated by their people and their fans and
Well, baseball's big over there, man.
huge. It's huge over there.
It's a big deal.
But what I'm saying is, a lot of times, especially here,
Yeah.
as Americans, we're quick to turn on our favorite players. You know, if
True.
they're slacking or whatever. I mean, You don't lose enemies over there. They always have.
Well,
fans.
that's because, all right, the difference is you got that guy over here. He's the biggest Japanese ball player here, and that's representing their country,
in the best
And
baseball league in the world.
Exactly. That's a pride thing. See, here we already have all the best ball players.
Mhm.
You can love and hate them and throw them away and bring them back again all day long because they're already here.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got to do a little more, but
A little more what?
light.
All right.
But I'm just saying, like we already have that, so we have that advantage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think as far as like a fan base goes, like Asian people love. I mean, they're so loyal. The loyalty to like their guys, right? Like, so the Premier League. We all know the English Premier League is the best league in the world. Soccer.
Yeah.
South Koreans fucking love Sonny. Like, he is what LeBron James is here to a lot of young kids, or what Michael Jordan was, or what Tom Brady is, or whatever superstar athlete in America.
Yeah.
Except he's the only one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he is and now Koo, right, the kicker for the Falcons.
Yep.
Huge over there now too.
Mm-hmm.
And like, it's very cool to see.
Well, it's also a thing. It's hope. Like dreams come true, type situation.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I completely agree.
And for us, like we don't have to. Military is not like you don't have to join over here. You know what I mean? It's voluntary.
Yep.
So like Sonny, he had to win.
So
you
you can get exempt, right? You have to do 2 year. I think it's 2 years of mandatory, 1 or 2 years of mandatory military participation.
Yeah.
If you're a male, unless you're granted a pass, and that is by achieving something with to give the country a great name.
Mm-hmm.
And they won the Asian Cup. South
Yeah.
Korea did. They won gold at the Asian Cup.
Yeah.
And that granted every player on that team immunity. Now, he still did have to go and do 4 weeks basic training, which the photos from that are hilarious because it's Sonny next to all these random people. And then, like, that's like the real photo. And then, like, you see the chill photos from other people. And it's just all these military dudes just autographs. And here he is. He's like, all right, time to go. And he's shooting. He got like 5th in his class when it was.
Yeah,
like it was pretty cool.
And I mean, that's another thing I feel like we take for granted over here, man. Like that country, there's a line over there, and across that line is a whole country of people that don't like you because they were trained to not like you.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why he had to. And then at the end of the day, man, that like, because he's a good dude, so like doing
Great
that
dude.
and like giving all those guys, being around those guys, and like, I couldn't help but think like getting onto the field, you wouldn't be. That'd be a quick way to humble yourself. If ever you get big headed, I bet he could sit there and just go, you know what, I could be.
He's the most humble and well.
But you get what I'm saying, and
Yeah.
I respect the hell out of that. From that
Listen,
dude.
there's not a team in the world, not a club in the world that wouldn't take Sonny.
Mm-hmm.
You just wouldn't. Maybe the only team I could think maybe is Liverpool because they already have Mohamed Salah, who's the best.
That dude's
who I think is the best player in the world right now.
Yeah, that dude is ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Like, I swear.
Mohamed Salah,
Yeah.
The Egyptian king. He's not even on my club. He plays for Liverpool, but like my jaw gets dropped weekly watching him play.
Dude, he is one of those players
That you're just like, holy shit.
I mean, yeah.
And just so determined because he's been told he wasn't shit, right? Like Chelsea was like, nah, he ain't shit. They sold him, right? And now he's back in the Prem. He goes to Roma, shines. Liverpool get him for like fucking 20-something million, some steal.
Mm-hmm.
And he's easily the best player in the world. Right now, and for the last 3 months, hands down, best player in the world.
Dude, it's crazy how things like.
And Liverpool his contract's about to be up, and they have yet to offer him. It's like every time he scores, all you see in the group chat is pay the man.
Yeah,
Because you should.
Yeah, I mean he's worth it, man. He's incredible. How old is that dude?
Zach will know. He'll tell us. He'll tell us shortly.
Like that's my only thing. I don't feel like
26, maybe.
I feel like he's older than that. He looks a little older than that.
I don't know.
To me,
Dude's ripped.
I mean, that has nothing to do with how old he is.
Like he's so fast, and like he's not just scoring like easy goals. Like the goals he scores are he's dribbling in the box. There's 4 guys around him. He's breaking ankles and then boom, putting it in the only spot you can put it in.
Jeez.
Well, that just fires me up. Like that shit.
Yeah.
That shit. Like throwing a touchdown. I think about it like this. Okay, you can throw an 80-yard bomb. Fine. If the wide receiver gets off the ball faster and makes one move to beat the DB, and if the quarterback puts the ball in a 2 to 4 yard correct spot, which is in pace with a wideout, it's a touchdown. Yeah. Oh my God, what a play! And then you watch what they fucking do with their feet, and it's like,
dude,
like get out of here.
You gotta respect soccer because the game.
I never did.
The game is constantly moving. I mean, except for the obvious ones, the corner kick. But the majority of the time, the game is moving. Okay,
my eyes are always on.
And the ball is always rolling. You know what I mean? Like that's what except for obviously the penalty kicks, bullshit like that. But like, dude, you're never gonna hit a rolling ball during the game. I mean, a standstill ball. It doesn't happen. So that was one thing my coach used to say. Like, always have it rolling because you're always gonna be hitting a rolling ball.
Yeah.
But that's the whole thing.
And you'll see a lot of times too on free kicks. Just to add to your point.
Yeah.
Like Trent Alexander-Arnold for Liverpool hit a fucking disgusting free kick the other day. And what he did was he lined up to take it, and someone else was standing next to it. They literally bumped it to Salah. He stopped it and then slightly rolled it. And so it was rolling a little bit to the left, and he, boom, hit it over the wall, curled it left.
Well, yeah, and he probably rolled it that way to... But yeah, did you get what I'm saying?
It's always going.
But when you're playing, that's what has to be, and you have to be able to change on a dime, and that's the whole thing. Which I don't know if you have kids, man, have them play all sports when they're young because you get to watch how a ball moves. Like even though they're different shapes, whether it be football, baseball, soccer, doesn't matter, basketball.
Yeah,
you understand, and you get this, you get to see how people move athletically as well.
Yep.
And so your timing of everything, because that was my biggest complaint when I coached, was with them kids, like they couldn't track a ball.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the what do you know what I mean? So I was like, I brought a fucking football, a glove and some baseball. I mean, dude, you got to understand.
Yep.
And that's the biggest thing. But that's what these guys do naturally. I mean, obviously that's why they're pros, but like they read that ball, and that's how if you're not a fast player, you're watching how that ball is spinning. Okay, you're going ahead and adjusting yourself how it's going to hit the ground.
Yeah.
Before that fast guy. That's how the good players don't have to be that fast because they read.
Yeah, it's right? That's like Kane, right?
Yeah.
But then you have the players that can do that.
Yeah.
And are lightning fucking fast, like Mohamed Salah.
Exactly.
And then it's just like
and like you said, pay the man.
Yeah, and like look, in football, like yes, there's a lot of mental into it, right? You got to run your route right. You got to read what the defense is doing, blah blah blah. But on those 9 routes, we call them flies, all you have to do is be faster than the man you're going against and put your fucking hands out. All of our life growing up, people toss things to you. You're constantly, catching. It doesn't matter what it is. In soccer...
Hold on, but pressure. Pressure's a motherfucker, bro.
Okay, I understand that. But pressure is on the top level in every sport. I don't care what you're playing. Yeah. There's always going to be pressure. Mm-hmm. But like in footy, you got to do all that shit with your feet.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I'm sorry, you don't have thumbs, you have nothing, right? Catching a football, as you know, I got good hands, I'd like to say, and like you just catch things over your lifetime. You're not catching shit with your feet.
Well, that's why they say it's a beautiful game. I mean, like, 'cause dude, being able to do that,
it's just another level,
and it flows. It's when it goes well, it's a rhythm. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
Anyway, back to what we're talking about.
Yep. So what we got next? Go ahead.
AL MVP was Ohtani. The NL MVP, I need to go ahead and put some respect on Bryce Harper's name. He won the NL MVP. I said earlier in the season I thought he was very overrated. Shout out to Wes Cook, called me out last night on it after he was crowned. But I have to talk my shit because as a Mets fan, this long-haired motherfucker from Vegas has just been destroying my life. And it was with the Nationals, and then he's on the trading block. All right, good, get him the fuck out of here. Where's he go? The Phillies. Stays in the NL East. It's like, dude, when's enough? Like I want to love him so bad because I love the flair, the hair, the shit talking that he does. That I don't give a fuck. Like that's right up my alley. But he has destroyed the Mets time and time again. So congrats on your MVP, but fuck you.
All right,
That's
dude.
it.
I'd rather have a World Series than an MVP. You know what I mean? So I really don't care about the MVP.
And that's enough. College hoops. Hokie Birds off to a strong start, 4-0, third in the ACC, although ACC play hasn't even started yet. They won last night handsomely. But I wanted to talk about college hoops because Duke had some issues this week. So this week, it was reported and announced, I guess, whatever. Coach K's grandson, Michael Severino, was charged with DWI. He is also a guard on the men's basketball team. We'll talk about it now. Guard on the men's basketball team. On top of that, star freshman Paolo Banchero was cited for aiding and abetting DWI. So he was arrested on scene too.
Yeah.
He was cited and then released. He was sitting in the back seat.
Yeah, I guess they're handing out aiding and abetting now if you ride with somebody drunk and you're drunk or whatever.
But here's the deal.
Yeah.
This dude is a athlete. He's a guard on the men's basketball team. He's Coach K's grandson, right? Big deal. Big dog, right?
The driver was Coach
The driver.
K's.
Yes,
Yeah.
the driver. Who was also on the team too.
Yeah.
He blew a .08.
Yeah, but he was under 21.
I understand that. How that guy can get aided and abetting, if you were to blow a .08, I can tell you right now, I wouldn't know that you had drank.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
that's not...
Yeah, I know. And that's why I don't understand this whole aiding and abetting
I don't
thing.
get it.
I've never heard of it until recently. And I don't know, but
There we go. Zach said they were driving his car. They were no. They were driving a Jeep registered to Severino, I thought. A 2017 Jeep.
yeah, but regardless, I don't understand this aiding and abetting thing. I just, like John said, man, if I have 3 beers and we've been somewhere 2 hours, 2.5 hours, like,
Listen, if you were...
it's
if you
just,
were,
he's not a breathalyzer. How the hell is he supposed to know?
yeah, I wouldn't know.
You know, like, well, hand me another beer though. While we're talking about beer, I don't know. I don't know how. I mean, I know it can work. I know it could work. You know, and like helping people to not drive like at all. Which, by the way, if we're gonna do all that, man,
No drinking and driving, dude.
no drinking and driving, bro. Don't do that. And
But he got stopped because he rolled through. A rolling stop through a stop sign, and there was a cop sitting there. But my thing is, okay, so it happens. He made a mistake. We all get it. But like, how would you feel? Like your granddad, when people think of Duke University, you know who the president of Duke is?
who?
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah,
Who do I think is the president?
Coach K.
Exactly. You are related to the man who is the
Yeah.
face of Duke University and has been for probably 30 years.
Let me tell you something about that kid. You know what he was feeling? Because I've had one. Okay, and that was I just dealt with my family. But for what you're saying, the kid probably hadn't had anything to eat in like 4 days.
Yeah.
He probably was dry heaving, throwing up, just like can't sleep, sweating. I mean, unless they said, "Hey, man, it's okay. Everybody makes mistakes." I would have been a fucking anxious mess.
Mess.
I mean, this is my grandfather's last season as a coach, and he's trying
This is how you're starting it off?
and this is what you leave. Oh, bro. Oh man. I wouldn't. I don't know. I don't know if I could have made it.
Dude,
That's what
I'm
saying,
telling
bro.
you right now, dude, if I'm Michael Savarino or whatever,
Yeah.
hey, Mike, probably would just lay low for a long time.
Yeah, bro. You need to.
He was 19.
Hey, man. Look, but you know what? At the end of the day, it's a learning lesson. That's all it is. It's a big one, but it's a learning lesson. You know?
Yeah,
So,
and again, what are you doing?
bro. I know. I know. But hey, man. Again, he's 19. We did a lot of dumb shit when we were 19.
I know, because
I've done a lot of dumb
we didn't
shit.
have any resources. We couldn't call a DD. You are the grandson of the
I know
fucking man.
There's no. You know his bank account's full.
As fuck.
You know what I mean? Like.
Call an Uber, dude.
Yeah,
God
for real.
damn, we didn't have no money. We had $40
Yeah.
to go out with.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the cash.
He's got $40
yeah.
to go to dinner before he starts pregame.
Yeah, dude.
You know, it's like,
I mean, but dude, I'm just telling you, the load that's on his mind right now is enough. Like, he doesn't need.
hey, Mike, clean it the fuck up, dude.
Dude.
It's a message from your granddad.
Oh shit.
Fucking dumbass. That shit pisses me off. Have people can be so stupid. Whatever. Okay, let's go on to NFL. So before we get into it, Dana McIntyre is in the chat. Asked about the $2 million. Yeah, so Mattress Mac If you don't know who Mattress Mac is, he started one of the fucking mattress companies, which I don't know how they're still in business really, but he's from Texas. He's from Houston, Texas. He's the one that bet like millions on the Astros this year and also 2 years ago. Didn't win either of them. So whatever. I wouldn't. But either way, Barstool Sportsbook ran a promotion last night. It was a boost. They boosted Patriots. Dan, correct me if I'm wrong. I think they boosted the Patriots money line to plus 2,800.
Did they really?
Yeah. Yes, it was plus 2,800. And Mattress Mac he contacted Dave and all them, was like, hey, I want to put money on that. And he put $2 million on Patriots money line plus. So he won $46 million last night.
Bro, that's a fucking steal. The Patriots at plus.
It was the Barstool Sportsbook boosted thing.
Who the hell made that call?
It's Portnoy's team.
All right, well, here's the deal. If you have that app and you didn't put money on that shit and you saw it, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
No. There's no. I don't even understand why you're not that how you're not like that. That's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous money line odds.
Yeah.
Are you right about that?
Let me pull the tweet up real quick.
Please do, because that is just out of control.
I
would have smashed the fuck out of that, dude.
Yeah. Well, we can't, unfortunately.
Well, I know we can't, but I'm just like, why is Mattress Matt the only guy who got rich off that shit? That's just fucking dumb. I'm sorry. That just blew me away. I don't know.
All right. I'm sorry. It was boosted to plus 2,300.
Okay.
Let's see here. No. I'm a fucking idiot.
Okay.
This is to win the Super Bowl.
Oh, dude. Oh, my God.
Take all that shit back. Dan fucked me up.
Holy
it's
shit.
To win the Super Bowl.
I was about to say, dude, that doesn't even make sense.
Okay, it's to win the Super Bowl. So Portnoy put $1.2 million on it to win $28.7 million. Mattress Mac put $2 million to win $46.
Okay.
All right.
All that makes way more sense because I was about to jump out of my shit. Like, that is just...
Portnoy put his bet in. Oh, wait. Wow, he did it before the Patriots played. It says Thursday, November 18th at 2:30 a.m. 2:49 a.m. Either way, he did it through Barstool Sportsbook. Let's see here. Dave put $20K. Let's see, $1.2 million. Yeah. So, yeah, he did. $2 million to win $46 million.
All right, well, he's not winning the Super Bowl, so that was just a waste of fucking time. Like, dude, you're not – the Patriots are not winning. I would bet both my nuts on it. Like,
yeah. So, to get into it, well, before we get into that, pick'em update, as we said earlier, Wep forgot to make picks last night. It says 0, but usually there would be an asterisk next to it if he made the pick. There isn't, so I don't know. But Brando is in second at 78. Young John 77, making a run. Young John is he's making a run. Last week was so bad. The highest score last week was 6 correct picks.
Damn,
that's awful.
Well, yeah.
Andy at 76.
I will say the last 2 weeks have been kind of tricky.
Grayson 75, Tom 75, Coach Cloud 75. Baz Knight 73, Ryan Lerman 73, Favely 71, and then Zach at 68. So right now it looks to me like
Zach, will you step it up, bro?
I mean, for God's sake, Zach.
I was busting Zach's balls because he's in the chat right now.
It looks to me like basically from Tim Cloud up, so from 5th up, 75 points. Yeah, I mean it depends. Hopefully if Wep doesn't make any picks this week, it's gonna open the race up.
Well, everybody else out there better hope he's not listening.
Last night's game was absolute ass.
Mm-hmm.
New England won 28-0. and I'm in fantasy. I made the change at like 8:00 last night. I was like, oh my god! So I benched Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown for the Ravens for Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry had 6 touchdowns in the last 7 games.
Yep.
He has caught a touchdown in 6 games, the last 7 games. And also the Atlanta tight end defense, I guess like passing defense against tight ends, ranked 28th in the league. So I'm like, let's go.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Well, fuck me, right? Because he had 3 catches for 25 yards. But that game sucked. It was so bad, like literally on both ends too. Like so the Patriots kicked a field goal, and then they scored a touchdown on an Aguilar touchdown, and then field goal. Like, it was just, or maybe not, it was 28-0. It was 23-0, sorry. And the last touchdown of the game came with 1:10 left, and I'm playing against the fucking Patriots defense. Matt Ryan throws quite possibly the worst pass I've ever seen in my life. And pick 6 with 1.5 left. I'm like, dude, like, fuck off. You guys are down 16-0 with 1.5. You're not coming back. Yeah. Run the ball. Nope, they threw it. Pick 6 for the Patriots. Patriots defense ends up putting up like fucking 27, 28 points.
You know what's crazy? In my little fantasy league for my company, I picked them Patriots defense up Wednesday.
And started them?
Yep.
Good for you.
Because the other one, I forgot even who I had, but they had I forgot what they had going on. It was like a good team, and I was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
And just randomly, and I just did that. I got lucky as shit.
Damn.
So like they were my first people to play out of, there's 9 players. So that was the first one. So I got 8 to go, and I'm starting out at 26 up. Doing it well.
Congrats, dickhead. Need Patty Mahomes to redo what he did last week. All right, let's go. Let's get it rolling. Sunday. Ravens -6 in Chicago. Over under 44.5. Let's take the over.
I don't know. The Ravens have honestly been pissing me off. Like, I just
get it together.
I don't. It's at Chicago.
That's Chicago. 1:00 game. So.
Fuck, man. You said over.
If it was the night game, I'd be all over the Bears just because the weather and all that shit.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'll probably stay away from it, but yeah.
Lions +13 in Cleveland. Cleveland just had their ass handed to them.
Yeah, I'm taking Cleveland. Yeah.
-13?
Yeah. Look, man, the Lions went for broke to try to win that ball game the other day at Pittsburgh and tied. They're fucking depressed. I'm gonna go ahead and say Cleveland.
Dude, that's like 4 or 5 games this year that they've lost.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Cleveland bounces back in a big way.
All right, I'm on Lions +13. Packers -1.5 in Minnesota.
Oh,
Minnesota.
Packers -1.5.
I like Packers -1.5 here.
I like that too. I really do.
Yep. Texans +10 in Tennessee. I'm on Tennessee here. 10's not enough for them.
Yeah, I'm definitely going. I mean, dude, Tennessee is going to be okay. I really think so. I mean, I know Henry's out, but I think they're going to be good. I mean, this is what they've done the last 3 years, or 2 years, I guess. They start out a little rocky, and then they start to really come through.
Yeah. That make it better?
Dude, what's up?
Yeah, Titans for me. This is going to be a good game here because the Colts have been playing very well. Colts +7.5 in Buffalo. This is that 7.5 hook that I've talked about.
Ooh. Wow.
This could be a great game.
Dude, the Colts, all right. Josh Allen and them, they've been getting a little frustrated this season.
I've seen it too.
In some games.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Colts here because they got some momentum. I think the Colts believe in themselves now.
Shout out to the Colts offensive line.
Yeah,
playing. I mean, Jonathan Taylor, as we know, has been popping.
But
off.
It takes offensive line to get that done.
And they have been.
Yeah.
I was watching like one of the fucking daily NFL shows.
Yeah.
And the part I happened to watch was like a film breakdown of their O-line.
Mm-hmm.
So fundamental.
Mm-hmm.
Really good.
Yeah, dude, and like it's crazy to say, but Wentz has actually got to shine a little bit.
Oh, and there's a good reason.
Well, I know. And then That's what's crazy about football. And that's what one thing, like, you notice what Tom Brady's always had. It's been a good offensive line.
Yep.
And, like, it's like somebody in that organization, whether it be him, Belichick, whoever, they obviously harped on that.
Yep.
Because they were taking little random dudes from whoever, nobodies, making them great. And it's like, how do they do that?
Yeah, it's crazy.
So maybe people need to rethink that shit a little bit. I don't know.
The worst game of the day is probably going to be the Dolphins -3.5 at New York Jets. Couldn't care less.
Dolphins -3.5.
Yep. Saints +2 in Philly.
Philly. I'm going with Philly.
I'm going with Philly too. They've finding ways to get it done.
Yeah, I'm definitely going with them.
Niners -6.5 in Jacksonville. Niners were money Monday night.
They were. I mean, Jacksonville just sucks.
Sucks.
So,
Niners -6.5 all day.
Yeah, I'm taking that. I mean, obviously, when it comes to games like that, it's like everybody plays worse when they play shit teams. So
yeah, but like we had been playing shit for we hadn't won at home in like almost a year and a half or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So and we finally did. So it's like maybe. And a buddy of mine said it in the chat. Shout out Nick Rowe. He was like, "Is this the game that finally jumpstarts the season?" You know, like because the game before we were making great plays, we were just making mistakes.
Yeah.
We did the same thing again Monday, no mistakes, and we won 31-10. Rounding out the 1 o'clock games, we have classic matchup here. Washington football team +3.5 in Charlotte. Cam Newton, on his return to the Panthers, came in, first play, touchdown.
Well, you know who coaches the Washington football team?
The guy who...
I'm gonna go with the...
Riverboat Ron?
Yeah.
All right.
Rolling with the river.
Rolling with the river. I hate that -3.5. I really wish it was like -3. Nah, fuck you. I'll take Panthers.
Go ahead.
4 o'clock games. Bengals -1 in Las Vegas. This should be a good game too.
Bengals -1, Las Vegas.
It's a toss-up. The over is 50.5. I think I'm going to take the over. I see this being like a 35-28, maybe 35, I don't know, 42-33, some shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I don't know, man. Honestly, I think it could be a good game, to be real with you. So, I'm going to lean towards the over as well.
I'm just hoping it's a shootout.
I'm going to go with over.
All right. Cardinals -2.5 in Seattle. Seattle. What the?
Wait, is everybody playing for the Cardinals this week?
Yeah, they were supposed to. Everyone thought they were going to play this past week. They didn't.
Yeah. I'm saying.
I'm hoping and assuming if someone could check real quick if Hopkins and Murray are playing, that'd be great. But Seattle just can't get it together, dude.
Yeah. I mean, I'm taking the Cardinals, no doubt, as long as they're all playing.
Yeah, -2.5. It's not that bad. I mean, you got to win by a field goal. Like,
take it.
I'll take that. Cowboys +2.5 in Kansas City. Here we go. This is I think this might designate America's game of the week.
Yeah, and I'm taking Dallas, like no doubt, because man, they got something to prove.
Yeah,
they really do. I mean, yeah, KC has not been good this year. Other people have beat them, but dude, this is Dallas and Dak. Like all these cats, man, they're trying to establish themselves as like. I mean, we obviously have for a while, but like Zeke, Dak, all the money's been spent. You know, Dak's healthy now. Everything's back. Like, let's beat the shit out of them because their defense sucks. Let's be real about it.
Yeah.
And they've been letting up a hell of a lot of yards to running backs. So I'm definitely putting Zeke in.
Yes.
And honestly,
it is the
Pollard,
highest.
You could probably do Zeke, Pollard, like 1 and 2.
It is the highest over/under total of the week in all games. 56.5.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of points.
A lot of damn points. I bet you Dak runs 1 and 2.
I mean, +2.5. If I was just you, I would just take Cowboys money line, +110. For me, I am going to take the over because both teams are firing.
Dude, I'm taking the spread and the over on Dallas.
Also take Mahomes to throw a pick
You think
because,
so?
bro, are you kidding me?
Dallas does not have a good defense, man.
Shut up.
What?
Shut up. Stephon Diggs' brother.
Yeah.
I forget his first name.
Yeah.
Whatever his name, Diggs.
Okay.
Leading the league in INTs.
Don't throw towards that guy.
But Mahomes always makes some fucking crazy throw.
I'm just saying, like, dude.
The only reason he doesn't get picked is because he's playing a shit defense.
This is what I don't understand about football. Like, everybody's like, okay, that guy's the biggest threat on the field. No matter what, they still throw towards that guy. Like, why? I don't fucking get it.
Yeah, I mean, it's also the fastest thing all pro sports are probably super fast, but like.
No, I know, but it's like, dude, you know where the dude's lining up.
Yeah, but you don't. You know where he's lining up, but you don't know where he's going when the play is started. You know where your wide receivers are going, but if they're calling a stunt or if they're calling some sort of coverage audible when the play starts, you just don't know. So we'll see. Sunday Night Football. This should be a good game too. Steelers +6 in LA at the Chargers. Chargers stumbling over a few bricks.
Yeah.
Like, come on now.
And, I mean, shout out to Highsmith. Again, I mean, Pittsburgh, they're coming for you.
They're coming. I mean, yeah, that tie was tough.
It was, man. I think
the weather was awful.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm going to go with the Chargers to win the game.
Yeah, I'm going to take Steelers +6 here. They're going to get a lot of pressure on Justin, and that's why they haven't. That's why the Chargers haven't been doing well, is because they've been getting abused in the trenches, as they say.
Yeah.
So, Monday Night Football, Giants +11 in Tampa Bay. Listen, Tampa Bay is off a bad loss, okay? Very bad loss.
Good luck.
That everyone thought they would win. And they're playing on prime time at home. History says Tom Brady, off a loss, prime time, at home, absolutely goes fucking bonkers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, 11's a lot of points. Don't really care. Maybe run the first half thing. But if you could do a prop bet, just like put a prop on Brady to just go fucking off.
Yeah.
Because it's what he does.
Mm-hmm.
After that was so bad, I can't believe they lost that game last week, dude. And he was so fucking mad, dude.
Oh yeah.
And listen, you piss off the GOAT, you put him in prime time at home. Psh, if I'm Danny Dimes, I'm like, fuck this. I'm like faking injury, dude. For real.
Oh man.
Yeah, they're like, oh, Saquon's coming back. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, for real.
Like, I'm all over everything on the Buccaneers for that night. So.
Yep.
But that does it for us.
Yep.
Episode 52 in the books. 53 next week. Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we're gonna have a Thanksgiving episode, no doubt.
Yep. I don't know when we'll do it. We'll figure that out.
We'll figure that out. But hey, listen, chat. Thanks for tuning in.
Yes.
As always, if you wanna, I don't know, argue, have something to say, or just say what's up, leave us a voicemail.
Yeah, call us, dude. 910-726-3900. If we don't talk to you before Thanksgiving, enjoy it. Be thankful for everything you got in this life. It's a pretty good life.
Yep.
I hope your turkey's good.
Till
then,
we're gonna see you next week. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Till then, enjoy your Friday and a cold one, and we're out.